I'm Nicole Auerbach from The Athletic.
Hey, this is Alex Pruitt with Sports Illustrated Magazine.
This is Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washita Sports Digital Network.
From Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Washita Baptist University, you are tuned in to Washita Tiger Basketball on the Washita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law. A Sunday matinee edition of Washita Basketball. We waited a day extra, and if you tuned in expecting a 3:30 start, you waited about 30 minutes extra before we were able to get to you. Good afternoon. This is Chris Babb, joined by Jane Brumsey. We'll bring you the action today. It is a game between Washita, 10-8 in overall, 8-6 in the GAC, against the number 20 ranked Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm, 17-3 overall, 13-1 in the Great American Conference. And we had a little delay to the start of the women's game for the officials to get here, but we are about 5 minutes from tip-off. And, Jay, this is going to be a game that Washita's got its work cut out for them against the almost the nation's leading scoring defense, Southern Nazarene, as they do not let their opponents score the ball very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming into this game, Washita capitalized on 17 turnovers last game. So I feel if we can capitalize on turnovers and limit them in transition, that will be definitely key to this win. And if we can also make our three-point shot, last game we scored 11 out of 18 on three-pointers from the field. So if we can do those things and put the ball in McCoy Buller's hand tonight, I think we can win.
Let's take a look at the head-to-head. When you take a look at these two teams, both teams are coming off of victories. Washita defeated Oklahoma Baptist Friday, and then that threw me off because I didn't change the at ECU. But Washita coming off of a victory over Oklahoma Baptist, 10-8, 8-6. Southern Nazarene defeated Henderson State 58-54 Friday. Washita has won 5 straight games at home. Let's take a look at the Great American Conference standings, and Southern Nazarene is the team you will see at the top of these standings, 13-1 overall. Southern Arkansas 12-3. Only 2 games being played today. The rest were played yesterday. We'll take a look at that screen next. But Washita right there at 8-6 in 5th place. The top 8 teams qualify for the Great American Conference tournament in Shawnee, Oklahoma at the end of the season. So this is one of those, if Washita at 8-6 can steal one today against a team that's 13-1, that's not a win that very many teams can get, and you can help your seeding as you go through the rest of the conference standing.
Absolutely, and this is one where if we win this could potentially set us up to go on a run.
That would be 6 straight home wins for the Tigers if they're able to pull the upset today. Let's take a look at elsewhere around the Great American Conference. We mentioned most of the action was yesterday. 4 of the 6 games played yesterday. Southeastern Oklahoma State defeated Arkansas Tech 68-61. East Central got a 20-point victory at Harding. Southern Arkansas got an 11-point home win over Northwestern Oklahoma State. And Arkansas Monticello defeated Southwestern Oklahoma State 60-57 in Monticello. Oklahoma Baptist at Henderson State tipped off probably about 30 minutes ago. Let's take a look at the team comparison. When you look at these two teams, it's going to start when you look at Southern Nazarene with their defense. They lead the conference in field goal percentage and points given up from opponents' points allowed per game. As we pull up the team comparison stat there, 9th in points scored, but 1st in points allowed for Southern Nazarene, 56.7 points per game. Washita in the middle of the pack, 8th and 8, scoring 71, allowing 73. So, Jay, when you look at that 56.7 points per game, you've got to know that you're playing a team that's going to get in your personal space defensively.
Yes,
you've got to be tough with the ball, but also not panic and be disciplined offensively as well.
Yeah, definitely taking care of the ball is going to be key, and putting the ball in our best ball handlers tonight is going to be key to this win, because as you see, they can capitalize off turnovers and make you pay for that. So if we can hold on to the ball tonight, I definitely see us winning.
There are 6 categories there on your screen that Southern Nazarene is either first or second. Take a look at the head-to-head, the team leaders. Tyler McGuy is the leading scorer for Southern Nazarene, 16.3 points per game. 7.2 rebounds, led by Nick Davis. McGuy also the 89% free throw shooting on the season. He leads the way for Southern Nazarene. Laquan Butler Jr., 14.8 points per game. He actually overtook Madarius Hobson for the scoring lead for Ouachita last game. Hobson right there at 14, above 14.5 as well. Tyler Haynes averaging 6.8. Madarius Hobson 85% from the free throw line. And Butler got hot last game. As Jay mentioned, he led Ouachita with 24 points. So Tyler McGuy, the leading scorer for Southern Nazarene. Laquan Butler Jr., the leading scorer for Ouachita. At this time, we're going to turn it over to public address announcer Casey Model for tonight's starting lineups, and then we'll have tip-off between the Tigers and
Tiger
the Crimson
Nation,
Storm.
welcome to Bill Vining Arena for this afternoon's great American Conference contest, featuring the Crimson Storm of Southern Nazarene University against your Ouachita Tigers. And now introducing the starting lineup for the Southern Nazarene University Crimson Storm. Senior guard from Collierville, Tennessee, number 1, Jalen Lynn. Sophomore guard from Austin, Texas, number 2, Ian Moet. Sophomore forward from Denton, Texas, number 13, Tyler McGee. Junior forward from Arlington, Texas, number 21, Nick Davis. And freshman guard from Houston, Texas, number 22, Javon Jackson. The head coach of the Crimson Storm is Adam Bohatch. The assistant coaches are Ryan Mahoney and Andrew Hudberg. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers! Sophomore guard from Vivian, Louisiana, number 2, Reggie Martin. Sophomore guard from Marbella, Spain, number 12, Alex Scariolo. Junior forward from Memphis, Tennessee, number 23, Tyler Haynes. Senior guard from Holcomb, Mississippi, number 3, Madarius Hobson. And graduate guard from Benton Harbor, Michigan, number 4, Laquan Butler Jr. The head coach of the Ouachita Tigers is Dennis Nutt. The assistant coach is Levin Thornton. This afternoon's officials are Pat Watson, Herman Hill, and Matthew Griffin.
Our thanks to Casey Model for the starting lineups for tonight's game. For Southern Nazarene, Mowat, Lynn, McGuy, Davis, and Jackson. Starting for Ouachita, Martin, Hobson, Butler, Scariolo, and Haynes. Jay, when you take a look at Ouachita's team, offensively, they've got 3 main threats in Butler, Hobson, and Haynes. Haynes has been streaky. He's been led Hobson and Haynes back and forth have led the Tigers, but if all 3 of those guys can get going offensively, it could be a good day. But they also need to remember they're going up against a defense that's only giving up 56.7 points per game. So points could come at a premium. You just have to stay in that mentally throughout the game, I would imagine.
Absolutely, I agree.
Southern Nazarene with the opening tip, a size advantage for the Crimson Storm. There you see the back out, the kick out, as Lynn passes up the 3. McGuy, first three-pointer. That was a contested three-pointer from Tyler McGuy, and he nailed it.
Yeah, that was great defense, but it was a better shot offensively.
Man-to-man defense from Southern Nazarene as well. Haynes kick out to Scariolo. He's been hot offensively as of late, and he starts the game off with a nice 15-foot jumper to get the Tigers going offensively. McGuy averaging just lost my stat here. Sorry, we'll pull it up, but averaging 16.3 points per game. Here he is on the baseline, operating on Scariolo. Turnaround jumper in the middle of the lane, no good. Rebound to Haynes. Quickly ahead to Hobson. Reggie Martin has also given off Ouachita a spark offensively. Haynes from the baseline, jumper no good. Rebound to Ian Mowat. Mowat, a 6 foot, 185-pound sophomore from Austin, Texas, product of Austin Westlake High School. Jackson guarded by Scariolo. Lynn back to Jackson, 10 on the shot clock. Jackson penetrates on Haynes, but he's going to get called for the carrying violation. And the ball will go over to Ouachita. Not the only games going on campus today. The Ouachita baseball team finished a weekend with a 10-3 victory over Rogers State. The Tigers went 2-1 on the opening weekend of baseball season. Mowat with the steal. Lynn picks it up, dishes off to Jackson, but he can't handle it, and he stepped on the baseline, and the ball will go back over to Ouachita.
Yeah, we see both teams kind of playing similar right now with little small turnovers, and as I mentioned earlier, it's going to be key for us not to have those mistakes.
Butler tried to get that one go, but it was knocked away. Couldn't decide. He was kind of in no man's land whether he was going to shoot or pass. Now he flashes in for the steal. Looked ahead to Hobson, but Mowat was there. Tyler Haynes. Shot is blocked by Nick Davis. Mowat to Davis. Miscommunication on the switch, but Ouachita recovers. Scariolo probably get credit with that block shot. And Butler dishes out underneath to Haynes. Counted and the foul. And Tyler Haynes is going to the free throw line. Coach Bohatch from Southern Nazarene said if it's a foul down here, it's a foul on the other end. As Nick Davis had his shot blocked by Scariolo, he's still asking. The officials giving the explanation to Southern Nazarene coaching staff, not necessarily to his approval. Haynes misses the free throw, and Davis with the rebound. Size advantage on the floor for Southern Nazarene at most positions. A couple of inches at three of those positions. McGuy's going to drive down or back down Hobson. 7 on the shot clock. That's a good pull-up baseline jumper from Javon Jackson, the 6'3", 190-pound freshman from Houston, Texas. Product of C.E. King High School in Houston. Butler kicks out to Martin, 10 on the shot clock. And a foul on the backside is Javon Jackson. Fouls Tyler Haynes. Media timeout, we'll take it because that was just for us. 5-4 at the under-16 media timeout. The Southern Nazarene leads by 1. We'll be back with more Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law after this timeout.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Washita.
Washita.
15:45 remaining in the first half. Southern Nazarene 5, Washita 4. Take a look at the stats. Southern Nazarene started the first 4 minutes 2 of 4 from the field. So did Washita, also 2 of 4. The only difference is one of those 2 field goals from Southern Nazarene was a three-pointer. Tyler McGuy with that three-pointer for the Crimson Storm. Jackson with a field goal as well. Scariolo and Haynes have scored for Washita. Laquan Butler Jr. will trigger the inbounds pass for Washita. A couple of screens set. Nothing initially open, and so he goes to his relief valve, Medarius Hobson. 15 on the shot clock now, as it wasn't a full shot clock when Washita inbounded the ball. Martin with 8. Turnaround in the middle of the lane, no good. Scariolo with the rebound, stolen away on the baseline by Jackson. Javon Jackson, freshman from Houston, to McGuy. McGuy from Denton, Texas in the Metroplex, transferred from Western Carolina, played for the Southern Nazarene last year. Nick Davis, how did he save that in bounds? Twice. Under 10 on the shot clock. Jackson, guarded by Hobson. McGuy is going to pull up. Now he's going to look inside to Davis, defense. And it's stolen away by Butler. The much smaller Butler does a nice job of sneaking down there. Then he finds Hobson. Kick out to Scariolo for 3. That's off to the left. Rebound kept alive by Haynes. Hobson, Scariolo, Martin, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Nick Davis. Couple of opportunities on the offensive end for Washita after a couple of offensive rebounds, but they couldn't convert. Jared Adams will check in for Washita at the next dead ball. Mike Bauer for Southern Nazarene, along with a player whose number we can't see. And Alex Scariolo is called for the foul. The official signals that it was an arm bar from Scariolo.
Foul on the Tigers, number 12, Alex Scariolo.
And Javon Jackson to the free throw line. Into the game for Southern Nazarene was Mike Bauer, along with Adokie Iyaye. Iyaye, the 6'3 graduate guard from Oklahoma City, transferred from UT San Antonio. Bauer is a graduate from Rotterdam, the Netherlands, transferred from the Ranger College. Most of these players on the Crimson Storm roster are on this roster last year. Coach Bohach. Butler working on Jackson. The one-handed flip in the middle of the lane is no good, guarded by Mo Wilson Jr., new into the game for Southern Naz. The 6'5", 215-pound graduate student from Oklahoma City. Lots of experience on this Southern Nazarene roster.
And that's
two seniors, 3 graduates.
Yeah, and that's something we see all around. We see experience, and experience definitely helps later on in the season.
Tyler McGuy has his shot blocked by an experienced Tiger. That's Medarius Hobson in his 3rd year at Washita. 5 on the shot clock for the Crimson Storm. Inbounding under their own basket, it'll be Mo Wilson Jr. triggering the inbounds pass. A lot of height on this roster as well for Southern Naz. 3 on the shot clock. Shot clock violation as Jackson was contested nicely by Laquan Butler Jr. without fouling. And Washita has a chance to cut into this 4-point lead. Butler to Haynes, jumper no good. Jared Adams tries to tip it back up and in, but no good. Rebound, Jackson. Jackson with a hesitation move, kick out, then throws it to his bench. And that is going to be a backcourt violation on the Crimson Storm. Jalen Lynn back into the game for Southern Nazarene, the 6', 170-pound senior from Collierville, Tennessee, played at UAPB before transferring to Southern Naz. On the floor for Washita, still Haynes, Butler, Scariolo, and Hobson for the original starting five. Jared Adams replaced Reggie Martin in that lineup. Adams, the transfer from Northeastern Junior College from Jacksonville, Arkansas. Scariolo gets the pull-up jumper from the left wing to go. I think he was following his shot, thinking that he might not have gotten that one to go, but it went through nevertheless.
And we definitely love it, and we definitely see him take that shot a lot, a little pull-up jumper.
Foul is going to be called on Jared Adams, the 6'5", 215-pound junior forward from Jacksonville. Iyaye was fouled. Nick Davis and Ian Mowat back into the game, replacing Wilson and Jackson. Mike Bauer listed at 6'7", 225, the tallest player on the floor. Nick Davis at 6'9", other than Nick Davis, who's listed at 6'9", and that was 6'9" Nick Davis on listed at 6'0". Laquan Butler Jr. and Davis had no problem with that one. Much taller lineup on the floor for Southern Nazarene, ranked number 20 in the country. 17-3 overall, 13-1 in conference play. Butler pull up for three, that's short, and go out of bounds. And we have a media timeout. 10-6 is the Southern Nazarene lead. And we'll be back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Our town, a place for new beginnings, stalwart pine trees, reuniting with old friends. Whether you find yourself here for a ball game, a wedding, or just to catch up with those you love, we want to invite you to be a guest on our front porch, a place to sit back and watch the world go by, a place where time seems to slow down. Our home away from home. Welcome back. Captain Henderson House, now accepting reservations.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Batson Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Batson Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Batson Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Batson Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Batson Signs today to see what they can do for you.
Southern Nazarene has won 7 straight games and only lost one game dating back to November 30th. In that 7-game winning streak, they have held Arkansas Monticello to 37 points, Harding to 36 points. They've only given up more than 60 points twice in that. So this is talking to our friend Todd Miller at Oklahoma Baptist Thursday night, he said expect to see a stingy defense that will force you to earn every point you will get. And that is what Southern Nazarene has done to this point tonight. Three-pointer no good, a loose ball controlled by Jared Adams. Marvin Williams done in for Ouachita. The 6'1" sophomore guard from Auckland, New Zealand. Wearing number 0 there. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Jalen Lynn. Frustrated Coach Dennis Nutt bounces it and gives it back to the official. Coach Nutt in his 12th season at Ouachita. GAC tournament champions in 2016, conference champions in 15 and 13, trying to get back to that conference tournament. Hobson backside to Scariolo, clip that. We're going to have a highlight of that one. Scariolo with the layup as he was flying to the backside, caught it and had the reverse layup all in the same motion. Scariolo with 4, and it's a 10-8 game. Tyler McGuy kicks out. Mowat passed up the 3. Nice recovery by Hobson. Lynn for 3, no good. High rebound to Hobson. Hobson backs down Mowat. And Jalen Lynn hustles nicely into the stands. And takes out a couple of students on his way.
Yeah, he does. And we see Ouachita limiting them to possessions in a low post right now.
Limiting them on the offensive glass as well is a key for the rest of the game for Ouachita. Marvin Williams done, triggers the inbounds pass to Hobson. He'll back down, expect a fadeaway jumper here. There it is. Southern Nazarene expected it at 2, and Mo Williams listed at 6'5", and his reach is probably 6'7", and he contested that fadeaway jumper nicely to the high post. Looking for Jackson to cut, but he didn't, so Wilson will give it to Lynn on the far side. McGuy will now back down Jared Adams. Spin, baseline, a left-handed layup is good from Tyler McGuy. Four-point lead now for the Crimson Storm. Scariolo to Haynes, keeps it alive. Jared Adams on the backside on the rebound, and a foul is going to be called. And that is on Tyler McGuy. That is the first foul called on McGuy, third team foul against Southern Nazarene, and Jared Adams to the free throw line for the first time. Knocks the first one down, does Adams, the 6'5", 215-pound junior forward. Laquan Butler Jr. back into the game, replacing Tyler Haynes. Adams joined the team at semester and has played in all 9 games since that time. That was his first attempt or visit to the free throw line this season, and he hit one of those 2. Wilson uses a screen from Davis. Switch off to Lynn. Lynn penetrate, kick out to Jackson. Looking, and a foul is going to be called on Ouachita. It's unfortunate. I thought the ball might have just hit the rim, but with 4 seconds on the shot clock, a foul is going to be called, a pushing foul on Marvin Williams Dunn, his first personal foul, third team foul on Ouachita. Scariolo comes out. He's replaced by Reggie Martin, the sophomore guard from Vivian, Louisiana. McGuy in the corner for 3, no good. Jared Adams with the rebound. Kick out to Martin for 3. Good for Reggie Martin, tie ball game. And Jay, if you can attack that man-to-man defense, get the Ladarius Hobson penetrated the baseline, got the defense to collapse, and you got to hit that open shots against a team like this.
You definitely do. And usually when defenses do collapse down, there is an open man somewhere on the court, and we see Hobson did find an open man.
Marvin Williams Dunn battling with Nick Davis. And he's called for the foul. Coach Nutt is not. Coach Nutt trying to say that Nick Davis moved Marvin Williams Dunn out of the way. Williams Dunn was trying to get position. No, I think Coach Nutt might have a case there. So the Nazarene would disagree. And here we go again, same spot. Same situation. Jackson cutting Mo Wilson, who just missed the dunk, and gets the ball back. Kick out to Javon Jackson, three-pointer good. And Ouachita wanted a little contact or foul on that rebound on the backside when Wilson stole the ball away. 15-12, Southern Nazarene with the lead again on the three-pointer from Javon Jackson. Hobson will pull up for 3, no good. Butler with the rebound, tips it to Hobson. Shot up, but a foul is going to be called.
And it goes unspoken, but Laquan Butler has been playing very well up until this point. We see him getting steals, rebounds, and making an extra pass, and that definitely does go a long way in a basketball game.
Foul is called on Tyler McGuy. Media timeout, 15-12. Southern Nazarene with a 3-point lead. We'll be back. 7:18 left in the first quarter. Back after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Now managed by the Van Dorn Group, Sonic of Arkadelphia is ready to get involved in the Arkadelphia community. With the goal of making improvements to the Arkadelphia restaurant, the Van Dorn Group is committed to making Sonic of Arkadelphia one of the best around. Stop by Sonic of Arkadelphia today for a Route 44 slush or drink to go with the great Sonic burgers, tater tots, or french fries. Top it off with your favorite ice cream treat. Visit Sonic of Arkadelphia on 10th Street today.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Ouachita trails Southern Naz 15-12. Ouachita 5 of 16 from the field, 31.3%. Southern Nazarene 6 of 13, 46.2% from the field. Neither team shooting great from three-point. Not very many three-point shots attempted. Southern Nazarene 2 of 5 for 40%. Ouachita is only connected on 1 of their 4 opportunities. Darius Hobson to the free throw line, knocks the first one down. Ouachita 2 of 4 from the free throw line now. Hobson's first point of the game. One of the 2 leading scorers for Ouachita, along with Laquan Butler. 2 for 2 from Madarius Hobson, senior guard from Hooka, Mississippi. Product of Itawamba Community College, played for former Ouachita assistant coach Grant Pate at ICC. I think someone else here at the table had a family member play for Grant Pate.
Yes, sir.
Here at Ouachita, huh?
Yes, sir.
Jay's dad, Robert, a former Tiger basketball player from 95 to 99 under Mike Reynolds and Grant Pate. I always called him Horace Grant. Does he still have the goggles? Does he preach in the goggles?
You know what's funny? I actually have his goggles.
Do you really?
I don't know if he knows that or not, but
I bet he does
have them
now.
in my closet.
Adoki Iyaye with the three-pointer out of the curl off the top. Gives Southern Nazarene a 4-point lead. Chris Babb with Jay Brumsey at Bill Vining Arena. It's GAC Sunday afternoon basketball action. Butler escapes the double team, pull up, no good, and a tip will be credited to Tyler Haynes. He was the closest Tiger and might have gotten a fingernail on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure who actually made that basket.
It'll go to Tyler because he's the closest one in a white uniform, because you can't give a point to someone from Southern Nazarene if it goes on Ouachita's scoreboard. Iyaye to Lynn, and that's Jackson. Mo Wilson finds a cutting Iyaye. Shot blocked by Hobson. Bauer with the rebound. He was too far under the basket, couldn't get it to go, and Jared Adams got the rebound. Adams looked for Haynes, but he'll give it back to Butler. Now to Haynes. Jumper, nice release by Tyler Haynes. He just kind of caught Mo Wilson off guard. The jumper from the right wing for Tyler Haynes ties the game at 18. 4 points for Tyler Haynes. Jackson loses it. 4 on the shot clock. Shot partially blocked by Adams, controlled by Tyler Haynes. Still thinking about those goggles. Those are some old goggles. Not that your dad's old, but we're old. We're the same age. Butler for 3 from Martin. Good for Laquan Butler Jr. Timeout Southern Nazarene. the Tigers have stormed back and taken the lead over Southern Nazarene 21-18. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. And Southern Nazarene has not scored in the last couple of minutes, and it's been Ouachita's offense that's really exploded and caught some open shots. You got to hit the open shots. Reggie Martin hit the three-pointer open. Laquan Butler hit that one. Tyler Haynes on the previous possession. It was a decently contested shot, but if you have open looks against a defense that holds opponents to 56 points a game, you've got to take advantage of them. And to this point, The Tigers have done that. In the last few possessions, they've increased that field goal percentage to 40%.
Absolutely. As I mentioned, we went 11 for 18 our last game. So if we can capitalize on those open shots and knock them down when they matter the most, we can definitely win this game tonight.
Southern Nazarene ranked number 20 in the nation, as you see on your screen, 17-3, 13-1 overall. Ouachita 10-8, 8-6. Tigers have won 3 of the last 4 games. They're on a 5-game winning streak at home. They won 6 out of the last 7 at home. Magai, leading scorer for Southern Nazarene on the season, double team. Nice recovery by Hobson. Back to Magai. 5 on the shot clock. Guarded by Haynes. A push off on Tyler Magai. And that is going to be the 3 personal fouls called on Tyler Magai. That's the 3rd foul on Magai. That is a big play. Southern Nazarene trying to talk to official Pat Watson about the contact on the hand first. He's not having any evidence. He's not going to acknowledge him. He thought there was contact before the push-off, but the foul was called on Magai. So 4:20 left in the first half. The leading scorer for Southern Nazarene goes to the bench with 3 fouls.
And 3 fouls is something you do not want with 4 minutes left in the first half. You know, that can affect you going into the second.
5 on the shot clock. Martin loses it. And Ian Mowat with the rebound will slow it down up the right side. Nick Davis, size advantage on Tyler Haynes. Backs him down, double team comes, but a foul is going to be called on the floor on Laquan Butler Jr. And that is a media timeout there. Ouachita wants the clean block. Southern Nazarene wants it 2 shots. Regardless, it's a foul on the floor. It'll be Southern Nazarene ball on their own baseline after the timeout. 21-18, Ouachita with a 3-point lead. 3 minutes, 29 seconds left in the first half. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
If you or a loved one gets hurt in an accident,
You need true care and concern,
you can hand us everything, the bills, the paperwork, and anything else you need help with.
so you can focus on recovering from your injury.
That's why people turn to the Taylor King Law Firm.
You need an attorney with integrity and experience in dealing with the complex details.
We do everything we can to relieve the stress and take care of your family.
If you're injured in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK.
We'll be on your side, by your side.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Thanks to the Ouachita cheer squad for entertaining the home crowd. Good home crowd on a Sunday afternoon. Not sure the last time we had Sunday afternoon basketball at Bill Vining Arena with the Ouachita cheer squad. 8 of them holding the OUACHITA, 8 more doing backflips. Impressive. And Ouachita with a steal on the inbounds pass. Tyler Haynes comes up with the tipped ball. Now Ouachita in the half-court set. Martin, Adams, Haynes, Hobson, and Butler. Mo Wilson steps in for the steal. Reggie Martin gets a hand in there and steals it away, and now a foul on Mo Wilson. So you have the turnover, and then you compound that with a foul 80 feet from the basket.
This is first personal foul. Southern Nazarene's 16th.
Yeah, and we see Martin not giving up on that play. Usually guys, sometimes they don't hustle back and they give up, the turnover, but we see Martin not doing that, and it costs another turnover for us to get the ball back.
Jared Adams, we have an official timeout on the floor. Jared Adams had some blood on his uniform, so they're going to allow some time for the athletic training staff to wrap Adams' arm up and get him back. I believe it used to be, I could be completely wrong on this, have been, will be again. Have been before, will be again. I think it used to they have to come out, but now they allow the athletic training staff a little bit of time to wrap it up and get the blood cleaned up, and it'll give the coaching staff some time to say, hey, let's go. You ready to play, or you got a sub?
Yeah, and Jared is definitely a key figure to this game right now. He's definitely holding his own in the paint, and we saw that against Henderson State where he was undersized against a 6'10 big man, and right now he's holding his own against another 6'9 big man.
Under 3 minutes to go. Butler to Adams. Spin move in the middle of the lane for Jared Adams is good. And the Tiger lead is 5, 23-18. Adams now with 3 points. Jackson kick out to Mowat. My apologies. Nick Davis, spin in the middle of the lane. Took advantage of the size advantage over Hobson to get the spin. Hobson tried to flash his hand in there and knocked it away on the spin move, but couldn't get it to go. And the Davis basket cuts the Ouachita lead to 3. Haynes on Iyaye. Fade away in the middle of the lane, no good. A foul is called. Now, Southern Nazarene is going to be frustrated, Jay, because the official blew his whistle and had his fist closed, which indicates that it's a foul rather than blowing the whistle with the open hand. And so when he blew his whistle, he had his fist closed. And so I think Southern Nazarene was expecting a foul. Instead, he said traveling on Nick Davis. Nice hustle by Iyaye, knocking the ball away from Reggie Martin twice. Martin did a nice job protecting it at first, but Iyaye just kind of stayed with it. Jackson penetrates in, layup blocked. Loose ball controlled by Hobson. Butler, spin move, middle of the lane, kick out. Martin for 3. Good for Reggie Martin.
Those are the shots you definitely want to see.
26-20, the Tigers lead by 6. It's funny to watch coaches when things go against them. An assistant coach says, hey, coach, that was a walk. The head coach immediately starts telling the official, that was a walk. Assistant coach says, hey, coach, that was a foul. Head coach might not have even seen it and say, ref, that was a foul.
Like it's a little bug in your ear.
Yes. That was a foul. That's on Tyler Haynes. First personal foul on Haynes, 16 fouls. So both teams will be in the bonus for the final 1 minute. Neither team has gotten to the 1-and-1 yet this half.
And it's weird seeing a team 6 from both foul points. They're definitely let them play.
Hobson guarding Davis. Davis gets it at the high post. Hobson forces the steal, lost the ball, did Davis. Reggie Martin goes on Jackson, shot up, no good. Tyler Haynes with the rebound and the putback. And the Ouachita lead is 8, 35 seconds to go. Here comes Davis across. Nice job by Scariolo of switching. That's an offensive foul on Javon Jackson. Reggie Martin, Jay, did a tremendous job of keeping his feet, keeping the legal guarding position, and getting in front. It forced Jackson to have to push off with the shoulder. Timeout on the floor. Ouachita with the use it or lose it. 28-20. The Tigers take a timeout to try to set up a final possession before the end of the first half. It is a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Jay, this last probably 7 or 8 minutes, Ouachita's on a 5-0 run the last 2:06, a 14-2 run the last 6 minutes and 30 seconds of the first half. This last 7 minutes of the first half has been effective offensively and defensively for the Tigers.
Definitely in a basketball game, those first 7 minutes and those last 7 minutes are definitely important to any team winning a basketball game. And right now we see Ouachita doing what SNU usually does to teams.
And the Tigers, because of that, have built an 8-point lead, 28-20. Possession arrow is with Ouachita. On the floor for the Tigers, Haynes, Butler, Martin, Scariolo, and Hobson. Southern Nazarene head coach Bo Hatch still talking with Patrick Watson.
We definitely expect to see us hold for this last shot.
Coach is still looking at the same official, trying to get a point across. Ouachita will hold for the last shot. 10 seconds. 4, Hobson pull up for 3, in and out, no good. And Nick Davis, but he traveled with the basketball. They've called halftime, but I think they're going to have to put time back on the clock because there was a traveling violation. So they're going to come look. All right, so they'll come take a look at, because they're just going to want to see the clock. See the clock, what it is. So, yep. Taking a look to see if they can tell when it was. One more time, they're going to want to look and see, looking at maybe 0.8. See if they make a decision. We'll slow it down and look, thanks to our guys in the truck. Yep. All right, they're going to put 0.2, which, Jay, I really don't know if you can do anything with 0.2.
Now, usually you need around 0.3, 0.4 seconds to really get a good shot off. Now, if we somehow can do a little off-ball lob to Tyler Haynes or maybe even Hobson, maybe we can get something off.
Yeah, so they're going to all that to put 0.2 seconds on the clock. And there's the tip, and nothing. And now we have the end of the first half. Ouachita 28, Southern Nazarene 20. Jay, it was a good final 7 minutes of the first half for Ouachita as the Tigers, found themselves down and then went on that 14-2 run to take the 8-point lead. But you look at the score, 28-20, 28 points is exactly what Southern Nazarene had expected to hold Ouachita to offensively. But I figure they probably, scoring-wise, expected a little more than 20 in that first half. So I figure we'll probably see a different look from both teams in the second half.
Most definitely. We can definitely expect to see both coaches to make some huge changes coming out of this half. Southern Nazarene are definitely going to try to capitalize on their height advantage, and we're going to try to capitalize on those rebounds and keep forcing them to turn the ball over and make those little mistakes.
Ouachita 28, Southern Nazarene 20, as we are at halftime of GAC basketball. We'll take a break. When we come back at halftime, we'll have some first half statistics. You're watching Ouachita Tiger basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Baseball for me just kind of was the glue that kept my family together. I feel like I was able to come here and get my triple major, as well as play a super high level of baseball against some of the best players in the country. There's a lot of options here in Division II with a lot of great ball players and a lot of great people, and they make sure that they give you every opportunity to succeed on and off the field.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Hello, I'm Taylor King. I've been practicing law for over 34 years, but long before that, I learned what it takes to be a good lawyer, caring for others. You could say it's a family trait, and it's one I've passed along to my kids. If you've been involved in an accident, call 1-800-CAR-WRECK. I want to help.
We want to help, to be on your side, by your side. I'm Austin King. Now, I've not been practicing law quite as long as my dad, but thanks to him, I know what it takes to be a good lawyer. I guess you could say it runs in the family.
It is halftime at Bill Vining Arena with Ouachita leading Southern Nazarene 28-20. Chris Babb here, Jay Brumsey, my broadcast partner today. Let's take a look at some of the first half statistics. Take a look at team stats first, then individual. For Southern Nazarene, 8 of 19 from the field, 42.1%, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 50%. Only been to the free throw line one time. Knocked down that free throw, obviously 1 of 1, 100%. For Ouachita, the Tigers 11 of 27, 40.7%. Also 3 of 6 from three-point range for 50%. Ouachita 3 of 5 from the free throw line for 60%. Southern Nazarene has a narrow 14-13 lead in rebounds. Twelve of those defensive rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. Ouachita 13 rebounds, 8 on the defensive end, 5 on the offensive end. Turnovers, Southern Nazarene, that's kind of the story in the game, Jay. If you look at turnovers, Southern Nazarene has committed 13 turnovers, Ouachita only 4. If you look at the turnover margin on the stats we talked about at the beginning of the game, Ouachita has done a good job of taking care of the ball. Southern Nazarene, uncharacteristic, 13 turnovers in the first half. Points off of those turnovers, Ouachita's only been able to really capitalize off on 3 with 6 points off turnovers. Southern Nazarene, no points off of Ouachita turnovers. 10-8 Ouachita points in the paint. 7-3 advantage for the Tigers on second chance points. No fast break points for either team. and the bench is even at 3-3. Let's take a look at the leading scorers. First for Southern Nazarene, Javon Jackson with 8 points to lead the way for the Crimson Storm. 5 points for Tyler McGuy, 4 points for Nick Davis, 3 points for Adoki Iyaye. Jalen Lynn, Ian Mowat, Mo Wilson, and Mike Bauer all played but did not score for the Crimson Storm. Davis is the leading rebounder for Southern Nazarene with 6, all of those coming on the defensive end of the floor. For the Ouachita, the leading scorer is Reggie Martin with 8. Alex Scariolo and Tyler Haynes each have 6 points for Ouachita. Laquan Butler Jr. and Jared Adams each have 3, and Medarius Hobson has 2 points. For the Tigers, the leading rebounder is Hobson with 4. Haynes and Adams have 3. Marvin Williams-Dunn has played but not scored for the Tigers. Jay, if you look at that box score for Ouachita, if you would have told me that Laquan Butler Jr. and Medarius Hobson had combined for 5 points, I don't think I would have thought that Ouachita has an 8-point lead. But it's been the other players, the others who have stepped up. Reggie Martin with 8, Scariolo and Haynes with 6. And when you held the other team to 20 points, you don't exactly have to score a ton of points to have that lead. But Hobson and Butler being limited to 5, and you're still up by 8 points at the halftime.
Yeah, and that's where that teammate bond and that brotherhood comes in, picking up your brother where he may fall. And we see Butler and both Hobson, our 2 leading scorers, struggling, but we see Martin also helping pick up where, they've fallen short. So overall, just everyone helping each other during this game is going to be key.
Butler and Hobson a combined 1 of 7 from the field. Reggie Martin 3 of 7. Scariolo 3 for 4. And that fourth, I believe, I don't have the stats, the play-by-play in front of me. That 4 might have been the tip-in, the tip at the buzzer. Not sure if that went down as an official shot attempt or not. So that is your halftime score. Ouachita 28, Southern Nazarene 20. Chris Babb, Jay Brumsey here. We'll take another break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about Ouachita athletics, and then we will be ready for the second half. You're watching Ouachita Tiger Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Received by White. Miscommunication, and Tigers win! And they're going to send a round down. Is it going to be an inside the partner? Yes, it is!
Court to the three-point line. Thornton underneath to Van Zandt. Layup at the buzzer. It's good. It's good. Ouachita storms the court.
As a
a student athlete in college, I first got involved with the NCAA at the national level. It was through the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, SAC, gave me an opportunity to advocate on behalf of all student athletes, to affect change and to make an impact. The NCAA is giving the student athlete a platform to voice their concerns and to be able to advocate for what's going to affect their well-being. The policies that are being put in place are speaking towards academics, they're speaking towards well-being, they're speaking towards fairness, creating a culture so that the student athletes have the best experiences possible.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. We're the people behind every light switched on for the baby's 2 a.m. feeding, the computer you start up to begin your business day, and we're always there, down the line, powering farms and industry somewhere across Arkansas. We're a network of nearly 2,500 team members, delivering more than just electricity. We deliver power through our family of 17 local electric distribution co-ops. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Chris Babb, Jay Brumsey with you as the Ouachita Tigers lead number 20 Southern Nazarene 28-20. And Jay, I want to take a little step away from basketball a minute and talk about something you had a chance to be involved in with Ouachita with a trip to the Sundance Film Festival week before last. And a class you're enrolled in. Talk about some of your experiences you had with Dr. Rebecca Jones and Dr. Stan Poole, and some of the experiences you had and what you took away from that trip to the Sundance Film Festival in conjunction with the Windrider Institute.
Absolutely. First off, I want to thank them for giving me the chance to experience Sundance. And Sundance partners with Windrider Summit, and usually it's a 2-week festival where you can go and watch short films, documentaries, and movies that haven't been released, and it's located in Park City, Utah. It's been around for quite a long time. I met new people. I met some directors from Hong Kong. I also met one of the directors that's working on the new Avengers movie that's being released. And it's just something I wouldn't change. The experience was definitely life-changing, and it was definitely just a fun experience. I saw the Steph Curry documentary.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. You saw the Steph Curry documentary, which you probably go in and say, ooh, this will be a good one to watch.
Yeah.
But I guess something else a little bit exciting happened at that one as well, huh?
Yeah, so when I walked in, I saw this seat at like the edge, probably about 4 rows from the screen, and I was like, maybe I should sit there. But then I saw this sign said movie personnel only, so I sat probably 2 rows back behind a walkway. And when Steph Curry came in, I was like, wait, he's sitting in the seat where I was about to sit. So potentially I could have sat by Steph Curry. So I was dressed up.
So you could have fit in.
Yeah.
It's like you're telling someone, get in where you fit in. That's what you could have been.
Absolutely.
But he was there watching the debut of the documentary about Steph Curry. So what was that movie about?
So basically it was about Steph Curry before he became Steph Curry. He was an undersized basketball player in high school, and his coach from Davidson saw him, and he just knew it was something special about Steph, and he took a chance on him. But his first game against Michigan, he had almost 13 turnovers, and his coach just kept trusting him, and going back to him and giving him another chance. And it's kind of like our relationship with Christ. We're going to mess up. We are going to make those turnovers in life, but Christ keeps giving us second chances, and that's what Steph Curry coach did. He gave him a second chance over and over.
And Coach Bob McCullough, I believe he was there at the debut as well. So yes. I guess it was neat to see Steph and his college coach there as well.
It was neat, but overall it was a great experience, and I definitely I'm not sponsoring the movie, but I definitely say check that movie out.
Right. And you could have had a flash with greatness and taught him a few shooting tips. Is that what you would have done? Taught him some shooting tips, or maybe just try to get an autograph or something?
Just a couple shooting tips. A couple.
Yeah, well, good deal. That's good stuff. Thanks to the Ouachita Baptist University for lots of opportunities for students for high impact learning. We believe that in our department, the Rogers Department of Communications and Media, the OSDN is the Student Sports Media Production Program, and although that trip was not in conjunction with OSDN, still in conjunction with our department. And while we're talking about our students, would like to give another thanks to the students working this weekend. We've had quite the busy weekend with Friday night doubleheader of basketball, and then yesterday a baseball broadcast and softball doubleheader broadcast, and back to basketball today. I believe in all about 20 or 25 students helped out throughout the course of the weekend today. Alex Schultz and Miles Schultz in the truck, along with Grace Sharon, Jordan Dallimore, Chandler Young, Ravel Carter on camera, Kendall Givens, Jay Brumsey on color today. Yesterday at baseball, Chase Hartzell and Tanner Connolly brought the Tiger baseball game to you. Yesterday, softball, Chris Gay, Wyatt Ashlock, Noah Grimes, and then we had a host of other students, Mia Palladini, Priscilla Leverett, helping on Friday night with basketball in addition to some of those who are working today. So tremendous effort from the students at Ouachita. We're proud of them and thankful that they have the opportunities to get some real-world experience in all areas, including communications and media with the Sundance Film Festival and through OSDN. Back to action here as we start the second half. Nick Davis backs down Madarius Hobson. The shot is no good. Rebound, Tyler Haynes. Missed opportunity for Southern Nazarene.
Hobson kind of hesitated on that three-point shot.
Hobson goes to the basket, and he is fouled by Javon Jackson.
Yeah, so we see SCNU trying to go back to what they did in the first half. We see them trying to enter the ball into the low post.
Third foul on Jackson. So Tyler McGuy had 3 in the first half. He does start the second half on the floor. Now Jackson has 3. Reggie Martin loses the ball. It goes into the hands of Nick Davis. Ten on the shot clock. Jackson, high screen from Davis. Nice hedge job by Haynes. Mowat goes baseline. Kick out to Lynn. Three-pointer, no good. Davis with the long rebound on the backside. Jackson now penetrates. Layup is good. Contact but no foul. Javon Jackson gets the basket to go, and it's a 6-point lead now. Butler, kick out to Scariolo. To Haynes. 15-foot jumper is good. And Tyler Haynes has an unconventional release, and Nick Davis with the 6'9" and the 6'9" reach. I think he's just kind of shocked at how quickly that ball comes out of Haynes' shot on the release.
But if it's broke, why fix it?
That's right. Tyler Haynes, nice backdoor pass. Jackson can't get the layup to go. Ouachita gets a break there. Scariolo with a traveling violation as he couldn't decide what to do with the ball. And the turnover will give the ball to Southern Naz. Martin, Scariolo, Haynes, Hobson, and Butler, the same starting 5 of the first half, start the second half. Such is the case for Southern Naz as well, with Jackson, McGuy, Davis, Wilson, and Mowat. McGuy's going to back down Scariolo. Out to Jackson. Three-pointer good for Javon Jackson. Jackson talking to the crowd a little bit.
He's definitely getting a little chippy out here.
Haynes, ball knocked away into the hands of Hobson. Fade away from the free throw line. Good from Madarius Hobson. The lead is back to 7 for Ouachita. Hobson now with his first basket of the, second basket of the game. 4 points now. Jackson pass, knocked away, stolen by Ouachita. Butler with some nice handiwork. Haynes shot up, fouled, lands awkwardly, but a foul is called on Nick Davis, and Tyler Haynes is going to the free throw line.
And if I'm not wrong, is that going to be his fourth personal foul?
No, it's
his first?
Yeah, that was a different one. Yeah.
Okay.
McGuy and Jackson both have 3.
Tyler Haynes. Serving out for Southern Nazarene, number 11, Mo Wilson, the second. Serving out for 2, Ian Olak.
Haynes knocks down the first free throw. Misses the second. Davis with the rebound. Davis operating on Haynes. Body up, layup good, counted and the foul. Tyler Haynes will pick up that foul. That's his second personal foul. And Davis now has 6 points. 4 points. Jackson leads the way, leads all scorers with 13 points. Davis, first free throw attempt tonight. 70% free throw shooter on the season. Lane violation on Ouachita. Will let Nick Davis have another attempt at it. He was 59 of 84 coming into today's game, 70.2% on the season. Knocks that one down, takes advantage of the second opportunity, and the Ouachita lead is 5. Now Haynes will try to work on Davis. Ball fake, baseline jumper, no good. Caught the rim twice. Jackson with the rebound for the Crimson Storm. Looking backside to Davis. Now gets it to him. He's guarded by Hobson. Double team, and that's an offensive. Well, no, what do we have?
Not sure.
We got a foul on Tyler Haynes.
Quick two by
foul on Tyler Haynes. That's a tough call to go against Tyler Haynes. Coach Nutt trying to find out if the officials had the same call. This is when the officials ignore the coach. Foul on Haynes, media timeout. It'll be Southern Nazarene to the line when we come back. Ouachita 33, Southern Naz 28. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Our town, a place for new beginnings, stalwart pine trees, reuniting with old friends. Whether you find yourself here for a ball game, a wedding, or just to catch up with those you love, we want to invite you to be a guest on our front porch. A place to sit back and watch the world go by. A place where time seems to slow down. Our home away from home. Welcome back. Captain Henderson House, now accepting reservations.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
.36 remaining in the second half. They did call the foul on the floor, so it will be Southern Nazarene's ball under its own basket. Mo Wilson Jr. will trigger the inbounds pass for the Crimson Storm. As you see on your screen, Southern Nazarene ranked 20 in the country, 17-3 overall, 13-1 in GAC play. And Jackson is hot. He's feeling it. He's got 16. It's a 2-point game. Unforced error from Ouachita will give the ball back to the Crimson Storm.
Subbing out number 1, Jalen Little. In the Tigers, number 2, Reggie Martin. Sitting down, number 23, Tyler Haynes.
Reggie Martin into the game for, Jared Adams into the game for Ouachita, replacing Tyler Haynes. McGuy comes from over the top of a double screen, stacked there at the top of the key. Another contested three. That one does not go down for McGuy. He nailed one like that in the first half. If he had hit that one, would have continued the momentum pendulum completely in favor of the Crimson Storm. Instead, they get a steal on the defensive end. We got a foul on Reggie Martin. The officials are talking to see what kind of foul it's going to be. A foul is on Reggie. They call it an intentional foul. Yep. They signaled intentional, but I bet they're going to want to come look at that. They're still talking there in the lane. You can see on the left of your screen. And here they come. We're going to rack that one and let them take a look at the play, at the previous play. Take a look at that previous play to see if it was a foul on Reggie Martin. They have seen what they want to see, and we'll see if it's still an intentional foul. They're going to go to the table and indicate. Sometimes they tell the table, sometimes they, or the broadcast crew, sometimes they don't. Yep, intentional foul.
Shooting for Southern Nazarene, number 21, Nick Davis.
And so Nick Davis will go to the free throw line for Southern Naz. Knocks the first one down. Davis 2 for 2 on the day for the line. 70% free throw shooter on the season. Second one would tie it, and he knocks it down, and we are tied at 33-33. The last lead for Southern Nazarene was at 18-16 with 5:47 remaining in the first half. And that's when Ouachita went on its run. Now Laquan Butler flashes in for the steal. 1-on-2. Butler layup good in transition. Tyler McGuy could not foul. He has 3, so Butler had an open lane to the basket. And the lead is 2 for Ouachita. McGuy passed up the 3. He's guarded by Adams. 8 on the shot clock for Wilson. Shot up, and a foul is going to be called on Reggie Martin.
That is his second.
That is the second personal foul.
Second foul on Martin. 4th team foul on Ouachita in the second half.
Wilson, the second.
You see Wilson wasn't able to capitalize on that first free throw.
Marvin Williams-Dunn checks into the lineup for Ouachita, replacing Alex Scariolo. Wilson missed the first free throw. That was his first free throw attempt of the game. Misses the second one as well, and Davis taps it back to Wilson. So a second chance now for Southern Nazarene. Adams and Davis bumping down on the lane. They're letting them go for a little bit. See how much they let them go. Nice defense by Jared Adams. Reggie Martin, layup. Can't get it to go. I was blocked. I sure thought that was going down. That foul is on Mo Wilson Jr. That's his second. Put some English on it. Jay, I thought that was going down, but the official stopped right in front of us, and I was getting ready to call it and one, and I'm glad I didn't.
Me too. He definitely put a little sauce on that layup.
Bill Vining Arena gets quiet, maybe a little bit too quiet. That free throw off the front of the rim. Bauer comes in to the lineup for Southern Nazarene along with Jackson. Martin's second free throw also no good. Jared Adams hustles for the rebound. Tips it, goes off the leg of Javon Jackson. And the Tigers have the ball in a 2-point lead, 13-17 remaining in the second half. As you had a quick look there at the home side of the floor. Reggie Martin, pull up in the middle of the lane, can't get it to go. Adams tip, no good as well. Maguire with the rebound.
Adams just does the little things that matter in a basketball game. He's not scared to guard a guard. He boxes out. He plays great defense.
And he got high up for that rebound, just couldn't get it to go. Good defense from Adams. A deep three from Jackson. Bauer with the rebound. His shot is blocked, but a foul is called on Laquan Butler Jr. Second foul on Butler Jr.
Shooting for Southern Nazarene, number 10,
Mike Bauer to the free throw line. 3 of 6 on the season. So not many free throw attempts on the season for the 6'10 senior and center, and that was off to the left badly. 6'7", 225-pound graduate student from Rotterdam, the Netherlands, transferred to Southern Nazarene from Ranger College. 0 for 2, Adams with the rebound, out to Williams-Dunn. Transfer-heavy team from Southern Nazarene. Although they are not first-year transfers. Butler's three-pointer almost looked like it was tipped. It's no good. Reggie Martin tried to keep it alive with a tip on the backside, but Jackson was able to get it to Maguire, now to Mowat. Screen from Bauer. Tigers switching on those screens. There's another screen. They stay with that one, and Hobson is whistled for a foul, and Mowat's going to go to the free throw line for 3 shots.
Hobson may have been in his landing space a little, but it was a great closeout.
Shooting for Southern Nazarene, number 2, Ian Mowat.
Mowat to the free throw line. Has not missed a free throw this season. 16 of 16 on the season. First time to the free throw line today. Nails that one.
Makes him 17 of 17.
Southern Nazarene shooting 76.4% from the free throw line this season as a team. Two for 2 from Mowat, and we are tied, and if he goes 3 for 3 and stays perfect, it would be the first lead for Southern Nazarene since that 5:47 mark in the first half that we talked about earlier. That was at 18-16 before Ouachita closed out with a 12-2 run in the final 5:47 of the first half. 3 for 3 from Mowat, and the Crimson Storm have the first lead in 13 minutes. 1 point game, under 12 to go. Next dead ball will be our under 12 media timeout. Adams sets a hard screen up top. Nothing doing there, but a blocking foul is going to be called on Jalen Lynn, and that is the 4th team foul against the Crimson Storm. 11:53 remaining in the second half. Southern Nazarene 36, Ouachita 35. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. Basically, he had to relearn everything. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey.
Down the stretch could be a good one here from Bill Vining Arena on a Sunday evening now, as we have Sunday evening basketball in the Great American Conference. Number 20, Southern Nazarene, 36, Ouachita 35. And this game's supposed to be played yesterday, but the games in Arkadelphia between the 4 schools of Southern Nazarene, Oklahoma Baptist, Ouachita, and Henderson moved to Friday, Sunday due to the winter weather that came through the area earlier this week. Looking outside today, you'd never know that there was ice on the ground 2 days ago. Laquan Butler Jr. shot is no good. Jared Adams tried for the offensive rebound, but it was knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Adams. And so the Crimson Storm will try to improve on this 1 point lead, 11:40 to go. Crimson Storm led 18-16. 5:47 remaining in the first half, and Ouachita went on a big run, and then Southern Nazarene took the lead at the 12.5-minute mark for the first time since that 5:47 mark of the first half, and they just extended it on that Nick Davis layup. The ball fake got the defender in the air, and Davis was able to get the layup to go. Foul on Ian Mowat. That's his second personal foul. 4th team foul. Ouachita has been whistled for 6 fouls, so Southern Nazarene will be in the bonus the rest of the way. The rest of the way. Ouachita will need Southern Naz to foul one more time before they'll be sent into the bonus on the next foul. Butler guarded by Mowat, almost lost it, uses a screen from Adams, and then Butler's pass to Adams was a little bit too strong. I think Adams probably thought Butler was going to shoot it. Yeah, Butler decided to dish it off to Adams, trying on the pick and roll.
Definitely had a lot of heat on it.
High ball screen from Davis. Ouachita switching that, trying not to get someone caught on Davis on a mismatch on the backside. Mowat catches the loose ball for 3. And that is in the corner, and Southern Nazarene has a 6-point lead. Mowat, his first 3-pointer of the game. 49% 3-point shooter. Reggie Martin shot no good. Long loose ball controlled by Jackson, and a foul is going to be called on Marvin Williams Dunn. That is the 3rd foul on Dunn, and Jackson's going to the free throw line after the timeout. Full timeout, Ouachita will take it with them. The Crimson Storm, a 30-second, wait a minute. Full Full timeout. They signal 30, back to full to 30 to full. It's full timeout. We'll take it with them. 10-19. Crimson Storm up by 6. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
On December 7, 2005, I was deployed to Baghdad, Iraq. As I was searching for the bomb, the bad guy and the bomb found me first. After the explosion, I was left with a 1% chance of living. During my road to recovery, I had a tremendous amount of support from friends and families and the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes. The primary mission of the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes is to offer financial emergency assistance to veterans and their families.
Visit saluteheroes.org to learn more.
Javon Jackson to the free throw line out of the timeout. 77.8% free throw shooter on the season. He leads all scorers with 16 points. He's 1 of 1 from the free throw line so far in this game. He's got 6 field goals, 3 3-pointers. Knocks the first one down. It's a 7-point lead for Southern Nazarene. Ouachita has not scored in the last 3 minutes, 54 seconds. 1 of 7 their last 7 field goal attempts. It's an 8-0 run for the Crimson Storm. The last 10-0 run now. 21-5 over the last 7:50, and that's what has taken this from an 8-point Ouachita lead to an 8-point Southern Nazarene lead. A 21-5 run over the last 7:51 has completely flipped the game from an 8-point lead for the Tigers to that 8-point lead of the Crimson Storm. Three-pointer from Mowat, no good. Rebound, Jared Adams. Ouachita needed that not to go in. Butler gets in the air, kicks it out to Williams Dunn for 3. Good for Marvin Williams Dunn. Marvin Williams Dunn with his first basket of the game. Stops the bleeding, makes it a 5-point game. Only the 5th three-pointer Marvin Williams Dunn has made this season. Step back from Jackson, three-pointer is nice. 19 points now for the freshman. 21 points now for the freshman, Javon Jackson. From Houston, Texas, Laquan Butler answers. Back to a 6-point game, but Jay, you can't get in a deal where you trade baskets with a team like Southern Nazarene.
Yeah, that's something you definitely don't want to do.
You've got to come up with a couple of stops without fouling. Southern Nazarene is in the bonus the rest of the way. Adoki Iyaye drives to the basket, and he is fouled by Madarius Hobson. Second foul on Hobson. 8th foul on Ouachita. Iyaye to the free throw line. Iyaye with 3 points tonight. That came on a three-pointer. Iyaye is a 73.1% free throw shooter on the year. He has 2 wholesale substitutions after this first free throw. Bauer, McGuy, and Lynn in for Southern Nazarene. Scariolo and Haynes in for Ouachita.
And as a team, it's hard to play great defense with 8 fouls with 8 minutes left. So as a coach, how do you adjust?
That's why I'm over here, Jay.
Likewise.
But you do have to, as Iyaye knocks down the second free throw as well to make it an 8-point lead, you do have to find a way to adjust your defense to keep Southern Nazarene off the free throw line, because they are shooting 76.4% as a team for the year coming into today's game. And today they are 11 of 15. Scariolo can't get it to go, rebound to Magai. So you've got to try to force the issue, but also know how the game's being called and not foul to send them to the line, where they're most likely 3 out of 4 times are going to, add points to the lead. Under 8 to go, one dead ball, immediate timeout will come. Iyaye for 3, no good, and that's going to be a foul on Marvin Williams-Dunn. They're going to talk about whether we have a hook and hold foul.
To me, it definitely looked like William Dunn had good position.
Had a foul on Marvin Williams-Dunn.
Holding foul on the Tigers, number 0, Marvin Williams-Dunn. That is his 4th personal foul. The Washita's 19th foul.
All right, now they're going to come. They've been asked to come look at the hook and hold. So immediate timeout. They'll talk. We'll stay here because they're going to want to come look at that last play. They're going to want to come look at that last play to see if we have a hook and hold is what they're going to be looking for on the last play. So they'll be watching what you watch. The officials are looking. They have a foul called on Marvin Williams-Dunn. They're looking to see if they have a hook and hold on either player. And now we're going to have the other official take a turn to look at it. Another look at it. What they do is the official who makes the call comes over and looks at it, has a partner come over and look at it as well. So the second official is looking. The third official will stand. If they needed the third one to come over, they would ask him to come over, but they believe they have come up. It was a good job in our truck of looking at it. We're probably just gonna have the foul on Marvin Williams-Dunn and a 1-and-1. They asked to look for the hook and hold. So Bauer goes to the free throw line. Both officials are still talking to the respective head coaches. Now we're ready to go as the officials are back in place. Mike Bauer to the free throw line. It was a foul on Marvin Williams-Dunn. And no hook and hold on either player. Bauer knocks down the first free throw, and the lead for Southern Nazarene is 9. Again, thanks to our truck, Alex Schultz, Miles Schultz. Camera operators Jordan Dallamore, Ravel Carter, and Chandler Young. Grace Sharon in the truck, Jay Brumsey, Kendall Gibbons on color. Today, bringing you both of these games. It's been a busy weekend for our students. We appreciate their work. Lead is 10 for Southern Nazarene. Hobson pull up, gets Iyaye in the air, and gets the basket to go from 15. And Ouachita cuts into the Southern Nazarene lead. It's now 8. Coming up on 7 minutes to go. 3-possession game. There's the backdoor cut, and Hobson intercepted the pass like a safety in football. Hobson kick out to Williams Dunn for 3. Good for Marvin Williams Dunn. Hobson with the interception. The kick out to Williams Dunn in transition. He gets the 3 to go. And it is a 2-possession game once again. The Tigers are not going away quickly in the upset bid against the number 20 ranked Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm.
And that's something we don't often see from Dunn.
No, especially 2 in a game. More of a facilitator. He's been able to get the ball in the basket tonight, as has Jackson. Jackson with a strong take to the right side, finishes with the left hand. He has 23 points to lead all scorers. And the lead is back to 7. Southern Nazarene needed that basket from Jackson, the freshman from Houston, 6'3", 190 pounds. Butler with the runner in the lane, counted and the foul. Jalen Lynn got a little bit too much of Butler, and Butler's going to the free throw line for the old-fashioned 3-point play. That was a good floater by Laquan Butler Jr. So Butler now has 9. He and Haynes lead the way for Ouachita with 9 points. All 7 of the Tigers who have played have scored. Nobody in double digits, but 6 of those 7 over 6 points. Butler Jr. with the old-fashioned 3-point play. He now has 10 points to lead the way for Ouachita. It's a 4-point game as we come up on 6 minutes to go. Adams and Davis just banging bodies down on the low block. Davis, 8 on the shot clock, doubled. McGuy, spot up 3, good. I was just thinking, McGuy is the leading scorer. He only has 5 points to this point, and he hits that big 3-point from the left wing late in the shot clock to keep the Tigers at bay.
We see Butler help down a little bit, which kind of got everybody out of rotation.
Tyler Haynes, timeout Ouachita. Tyler Haynes gets that one to go. Southern Naz is trying to get a goaltending call, and Coach Bohash comes out to the official and said, yeah, I think it was already down, but you got to try.
Yeah,
Jared
absolutely.
Adams did jump up, and as he on his way down, his hand got caught in the rim, and if I'm Southern Nazarene, I'm going to try to get that call to see if you can, but Coach Bohash came out and said, yeah, I think it was probably already down, but you might as well try.
Yeah, because then it would still be 48-55.
Absolutely. It's still a 7-point game if you can get that call to go your way if you're Southern Nazarene. So 30-second timeout from Ouachita. Kennedy with the dizzying flips, and then it makes my head spin every time I see one of the cheerleaders do their round off back handsprings. And you can do that too, right, Jay?
I've never been a gymnast. I've never been able to do a backflip.
I used to be able to do a forward roll. Now my kids would say I look like a forward roll.
Man, but this is definitely a key drive for Ouachita to get back in this game.
55-50, 2-possession game. On the floor for Southern Nazarene, Jackson, Wilson, McGuy, Davis, and Lynn. McGuy trying to get the ball coming off of a curl up top. Now they're going to try to free up Jackson. Here he goes. Jackson and McGuy on the left side. McGuy working on Marvin Williams Dunn. Backs him down. Loose ball. Controls it to Adams, and he missed. Davis missed the dunk, and it's off of McGuy. That is a break that Ouachita needed. You don't see that very often. Nick Davis had the ball bounce right to him on the baseline, and that got the crowd into it because it would have gotten the Southern Nazarene crowd into it, the women's team that's still here and a few of their fans and obviously their bench. but instead it gets the Tigers into it. Haynes, backside, too strong, or too short. Jared Adams tries to control it with the tip, but Southern Nazarene does come up with the defensive stop. That would have been a big bass to convert after the missed dunk from Davis. Instead, McGuy's going to try to answer with the three, and he does. He had 5 points in the first 35 minutes, and he's got 6 in the last 60 seconds. And it's an 8-point lead. That's why he's the leading scorer. Butler will pull up for three. No good. Adams and Davis.
You tell Butler
Sky for the rebound, and it goes into the hands of Jackson.
Yeah, you can tell Butler definitely wanted to get that shot to go in. It did look like he got a little contact.
Screen to the right from Davis. Now Adams will guard Jackson. Wow, good defense, and that's an offensive foul. Offensive foul on Jackson. Media timeout, the final one of the game, 58-50. The stretch run is setting up for a good one. Southern Nazarene leads by 8. The Tigers trying to come back after we come back, 3:34 left in this one. We'll be back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
What if wealth building wasn't just for the wealthy? And what if a bank set out to build a more financially inclusive world by helping 10,000 people achieve home ownership, supporting the creation and retention of 100,000 jobs, and empowering 1 million savers? Well, that would be a different kind of bank. That would be Southern Bancorp. Join the change at banksouthern.com/whatif. Southern Bancorp.
This is Flo. When Flo isn't waiting tables at the Sunrise Grill, she's waiting on sunsets in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas. It's time for a road trip. Plan your next vacation at hotsprings.org.
3 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in this one. Javon Jackson just picked up his 4th personal foul on that charge. He's the only Crimson Storm player to have 4. McGuy has 3 for Ouachita. Marvin Williams done with 4. Only Tyler Haynes has 3. So that's really the only foul trouble for either team. Alternating possession is with Southern Nazarene. Both teams are in the bonus. Southern Nazarene's in the double bonus the rest of the way. Any more Ouachita fouls, and Southern Nazarene will be shooting 2 free throws. Ouachita still in the 1-1.
And it looks as if McGuy will sit for a little bit.
No, he's still out there. He did come back out.
Okay.
Hobson working on Wilson, and Wilson just picked his pocket. Now a foul is going to be called on Medarius Hobson. And Wilson will go to the free throw line. Mo Wilson Jr. to the free throw line. Hobson tried to rip the ball through, and Wilson's arm was there, and it was just a nice defensive play from Wilson. And Mo Wilson is going to the free throw line for 2 shots. 0 for 2 from the free throw line tonight.
No, I apologize for that. I meant Jackson.
Jackson, yes. 53.8% for Wilson. Jackson is on the bench. You're correct. Mo Wilson knocks the first one down. 59-50. Two for 2 for Mo Wilson, and it is a 10-point lead for Southern Nazarene again. Tigers need to get something offensively, come up with some stops. Nice jump with the pass by Mo Wilson to get that long right arm in the passing lane. Knock the ball out of bounds, so it'll be Ouachita's ball in front of its own bench. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Laquan Butler Jr. will trigger the inbounds pass for the Tigers. Butler takes it. It's blocked from behind by McGuy and into the hands of Jalen Lynn. Southern Naz now with a 10-point lead with under 3, probably going to be content the rest of the way to run the shot clock down, work for one good shot. If you could get an offensive rebound, here's McGuy for 3, good. He had 5 points in the first 35 minutes, and then McGuy has hit his last 3 3-pointers, and he has 14 points now really quickly, and it is a 13-point lead for Southern Nazarene. Laquan Butler whistled for the traveling violation. Jackson comes back into the game. Javon Jackson will replace Mo Wilson. Full court pressure from Ouachita. And Tyler Haynes is called for the foul. That's a tough one because it looked like there's a little hook from Mowat, but instead Tyler Haynes gets whistled for that when he was bodying up. And so Mowat's going to go to the free throw line, 3 for 3 on the night. Has not missed this season. See, there's no such thing as a broadcaster jinx. That would have been it, right? 64-50. Southern Nazarene lead is 14 now with 2:19 remaining. Mowat, 4 for 4 from the line. Hit a 3-pointer in the corner in a big spot in the second half. Knocks the second one down as well, 65-50. Mo Wilson checks in, replacing Ian Mowat. And the Crimson Storm are going to end up limiting Ouachita to right around what they limit teams on their season average. Adams spins baseline, hook in the middle, no good. Rebound to Nick Davis. So the number 20 ranked Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm look like they are going to move to 18-3, 14-1 in the GAC. But Ouachita gave them a run.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you're Ouachita, you definitely can't hold your head down about this matchup today. It just shows you what you need to improve on going forward. And I can definitely see these two teams meeting in the GAC tournament going forward.
McGuy hits his 4th 3-pointer of the second half. And a blocking foul on Southern Nazarene will send Butler to the free throw line. Scariolo to the free throw line. Scariolo into the game for Adams. Mowat will check in, replacing Mo Wilson. Butler to the free throw line for Ouachita as we minute and a half left. Butler knocks down the first one. Butler, the 6', 170-pound graduate student guard from Benton Harbor, Michigan. Played last year at Texas Rio Grande Valley. Knocks down the second one as well. He is the team's leading scorer on the season and leads them tonight with 12 points, 68-52. Here comes the alley-oop. Davis is calling for an alley-oop on Hobson. There it is. And Jackson's oop was too strong for Davis. You saw him standing back there just kind of pointing up. You wondered how it was going to develop, and Javon Jackson tried to draw the defense in and throw it up. It's just too strong.
Jackson definitely tried to put a cherry on top of this game.
Davis wanted to redeem himself for the previous dunk, and that might have brought the goal down.
Absolutely.
Under a minute to go. Ouachita with the ball. Butler operating on Lynn. Kick out to Haynes, skip pass, extra pass. And even in that, even with a minute left, Ouachita ends up getting a basket. But even with that extra pass and ball movement, it was good offense by Ouachita, but it was also an example of how good in rotation Southern Nazarene is in their half-court defense.
Absolutely.
And we have a timeout for official review.
We're looking at when the basket was made so they can put some time on the clock. Around 47.
About 47 seconds.
It looks about 46.6, somewhere around there. We'll see what they end up. You see when the ball goes all the way through the net. 46.7 is where they will go. 47 seconds is where they're going to go with. Go where the ball finishes going through the net. And they're going to put 47 seconds on the clock. 47 seconds compared to 41 in a 14-point game. If you're down by 14, you need every second you can get, right?
Every second.
Southern Nazarene with good good press break, getting the ball into the half court. Ouachita will not foul. Southern Nazarene will have to get another shot off, and then they will watch the clock run out as Southern Nazarene will come to Arkadelphia and get the win. McGuy, step back three, shot clock violation. He was trying to draw a foul, did not get it, and probably at that point they're not going to call it unless it's just painfully obvious anyway.
Yeah.
Wilson into the game for Southern Nazarene, replacing Mowat. And so 15 seconds left in the game. Butler will go all the way in, up and under, high arching layup is good. 68-56 will be the final score as Southern Nazarene uses a second half run to overcome the Ouachita lead and win the game 68-56. So number 20 Southern Nazarene moves to 18-3, 14-1 in overall. Ouachita falls to 10-9, 8-7 in Great American Conference play. We'll have a visit with Ouachita head coach Dennis Nutt after he takes a brief visit with his team. Jay, before we take a break and then talk about statistics, your final thoughts about tonight's game for Ouachita with their 12-point loss to Southern Nazarene.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, the little things matter, and if we could have capitalized on those little things, limiting turnovers and limiting fouls down the stretch, we definitely could have pulled this out. But overall, it was a great effort by Ouachita. As I said, there's nothing to hold your head down about, and we can just take away the highs from this game and move forward.
The Tigers will have 3 straight road games before they finish the season with 3 out of 4 here at Bill Vining Arena on Thursday. Ouachita will travel to Alva, Oklahoma to face Northwestern Oklahoma State. And Saturday they will be in Weatherford to face Southwestern Oklahoma State. And then the following Monday, February 14th, Valentine's night, a love affair across the street at Henderson State University.
Bittersweet.
Nice. Yeah, how about that? Let's take a look at some of the final statistics. Southern Nazarene finishes the game shooting 20 of 41 from the field, 48.8%. Ouachita 22 of 51, 43.1%. Three-point shooting, Southern Nazarene 11 of 19, 57.9%. Washita 5 of 10 for 50%. Southern Nazarene 17 of 21 from the free throw line, 81%. Washita 7 of 12, only 12 trips to the free throw line, so a 10-point advantage for the Crimson Storm at the free throw line with 17 made free throw attempts to Washita's 7. Leading scorers for Southern Nazarene, Yvonne Jackson with 23 points to lead all scorers. 17 points for Tyler McGuy, 11 points for Nick Davis, 8 for Ian Mowat. Adoki Iyaye with 5, 2 for Bauer and 2 for Mo Wilson. Lynn played but did not score for Southern Nazarene. For Washita, the leading scorer was Laquan Butler Jr. with 14 points, Tyler Haynes with 11, Reggie Martin and Madarius Hobson each with 6. Each with 8. Marvin Williams Dunn with 6 points for Washita, along with Alex Scariolo. Jared Adams added 3 points for the Tigers. The leading rebounder was Adams with 7. Coach Nutt's going to make his way over to this, so we'll get Jay to hop out so Coach Nutt can come over and talk about this one for a minute before we wrap it up tonight. Again, number 20, Southern Nazarene with a 68-56 victory over the Washita Tigers. Washita falls to 8-7 in the Great American Conference. Southern Nazarene improves to 13-1. Now joined by Washita head coach, Coach Dennis Nutt. And Coach, it was the middle of that second half. It was a 21-5 run, I believe, that Southern Nazarene kind of maybe asserted its will a bit, went from an 8-point lead to an 8-point deficit over that 6-minute span, which kind of was the difference in the ballgame.
Yeah, kind of what championships team do.
Right.
You know, they put it on a second half, 48-28, outscored us 20 points. And we really didn't play well the first half. We were up 8, but I didn't think we played that well. They took us out of things that we normally do. We played different than we have been the last 5 home games. You know, good teams make you do that, and we just didn't have that maturity to try to play the same way. And it's tough. I mean, they're a good defensive team, and they make us do things we don't want to do. But hey, you got to learn from it. You got to learn and move on. They're a good team, and we saw it today in the second half.
Saw some of their, they have a lot of players that returned from last year's team. Remember saying a lot of those you've prepared for these guys, and offensively they're going to try to force you into things you're not comfortable with. And I think if Jay and I were talking in the first half, it looked like, they're only giving up 56 points per game, and so you're going to have to take advantage of what you did, and you did that in the first half, and their defense kind of controlled it in that stretch in the second half, I thought. Yeah,
and we got to fouling. They shot 21 free throws, and they didn't have very many at half. But, got to give them credit. They're a good team, and they stick together, and they kind of know how to win. When that moment of truth is right there, they make the right plays. We made too many mistakes defensively the second half. Didn't make near that many in the first half. But second half, we were just a step behind. We were late on shooters, and you can't do it. They make those shots. Where other teams may not, these guys make them.
You forced 13 turnovers in the first half alone, and I think they only had 4 turnovers in the second half, and so your defense was able to force some turnovers, and they were able to hit some shots in the second half.
Yeah, they were. They got McGuy going a little bit, and but that was just off of mistakes. We do a lot of switching, so there's a lot of chances for mistakes. First half, we handled it okay. Second half, we did not, and that's the difference in the game.
And I thought your defense, when you have a lot of those switches, they have a lot of size advantages. But I thought for the most part, your guys possibly played bigger than they are, and handled those switches well for the most part in the first half. There.
Yeah. Well, Jared helps us. Jared Adams really helps us inside. He gives us some pretty good beef in there, and he can wall up with the best of them. And our guards did good when they switched out on bigs. They handled the situation pretty well. That I don't think that was the problem. It was just on the back end of them where you miss some assignments here or there, and good teams make you pay, and they did.
Take a look at the final, I guess the home stretch, what you could call it. 3 games on the road over these next 7 days, and then you finish the regular season with 3 out of 4 at home. Head to Northwestern. You have the road trip, Northwestern, Southwestern on Thursday, Saturday, then return to Monday night at Henderson, and all this with us playing on a Sunday today. So really taking care of your body and finding a way to get ready for that road trip is going to be key for your team over the next couple of days.
This kind of fast forward a week already. Playing on Sunday, usually that's our day off. So tomorrow's going to be our day off, and we'll practice on Tuesday, and we'll leave Wednesday. But the following week, now we'll play on Tuesday across the street with Henderson.
The 14th, yes. Yes, I said Monday. I think it was, Tuesday.
But like you said, this season is right here, and there's going to be a lot of games clipping off pretty quickly. So we'll have to make sure we're ready, and we need to finish. We're playing well. We didn't show it today in the second half. That's kind of what I was disappointed about, but, hey, they're a good team, and you got to give them credit.
All right, Coach Nutt, thanks for taking your time out to join us.
Thank
the
you,
Tigers lose 68-56 to the number 20 Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm. That'll wrap it up for today. Our thanks to the students of the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, Alex Schultz, Miles Schultz, Chandler Young, Jordan Delamar, Ravel Carter, Jay Brumsey, who brought you the action today. Again, your final score, Southern Nazarene 68, Ouachita 56. For my broadcast partner, Jay Brumsey, this is Chris Babb. Thanks for joining us, and have a great week, everybody.